Hey everyone, um, welcome to my humble abode. Um, so I finally figured out how to get my content across. I've been trying to do the blog thing, but it hasn't worked out, eh? So I finally figured out why not use my first love, which is the camera. I hate being this side of the lens. Um, but hey, girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do, hey? Um, so this is just an intro to my channel, what I will be doing. Um, Frequency of it is a bit of a issue at the moment because I have so many things to do. I have the chickens, I have the garden, I have the broilers that I have on the side, I have the dogs, I have the cat that has 3 kittens. So that's a full-time job. So I will not have. I don't wanna. I don't want to put it on paper. Well, on camera, that I'll be posting videos certain times a week, and then I don't live up to that standard. So I will try to be as consistent as possible, but please forgive me if I do not. What's the word? If I don't post as frequent as how often you would want me to. So, a little intro to me and why I'm doing this. I started photography with my phone like 2015, I think, when I first got my decent camera phone. It was a Samsung A3, and my phone, my gallery had everything except a picture of me. So I would take landscape pictures, I would take flowers, I would take snakes. That's if I wasn't running away from snakes. Let's start there. So I have a bit of a phobia for snakes, or with snakes. I don't know how you say that proper, but yeah, I'm scared of them. But I can deal with them when I know there's a snake there. A lot of the people I've worked with will know that about me. I once lost a shoe running away from an egg eater, and harmless snake doesn't do anything to you, but it looks like a puff adder. And so I dropped what's this thing, a fire beater. It was after a smaller Nyana fire when I was working at Table Mountain, and so we were walking from a fire. No, we had gone to map the area that was burned, and so I think one of the contractors or whoever forgot a fire beater there, so we picked it up. So we were walking back to the Baki, and we had to walk through Port Jackson. So I dropped this fire beater for some weird reason, and it landed right next to the snake. But I didn't see the snake until I had gone to pick it up, the fire beater, and this thing comes at me like repeatedly. And so in my mind, I'm like, yo, there's a puff adder, it's attacking me, run for your life. If I die here, what am I gonna tell my granny? Like, so in my haste to get away from it, I fell. I tripped on something, I don't know. And I think that's when I lost the shoe, I don't know. But I get up and I turn and I walked, well, I ran chest first onto a tree. And I fell back towards the snake. And when I look, the snake is still attacking me. And I think I crawled through, I don't know. All I know is that I just I don't know. Actually, I mustn't say I found myself the other side of the tree barrier, and I didn't have a shoe. I didn't have the fire beater. I was sweating buckets, and so apparently I screamed. I don't know. I don't remember. And my colleague slash friend slash tormentor, Zurelda, she found me the other side, and she was just smiling at me with my shoe in her hand, saying, "What happened?" It was a bit more explicit than that, but I'm trying to keep this clean. And I don't know how I lost that shoe. I have no idea why I panicked so much. Well, I do have an idea because me and snakes don't mix. It's a thing from growing up and being told snakes are dangerous, snakes are evil, snakes. But yeah, so it was an ongoing joke until we got back to the office. So now the thing is, whenever we would find something new in field, especially something I didn't know, I made it a point that I find it or ask someone who knows. Zurelda obviously had an idea of what could have happened, but she wasn't sure. So we paged through the snake book, and I zoom in on the snake because I paid attention on how it looked, only to find out it was an egg eater. Did she not laugh at me? Like, till this day, she still calls me an idiot, which I wore that title with grace because, like, most of the things I was scared of didn't make sense to someone who wasn't me. But to me, yo, a lot of sense, my friend. So me and nature have that kind of love-hate relationship, and I tried to capture as many of those moments as I could, be it the snake itself. Like, the first snake that I think I pictured was mole snake, which also doesn't kill you. A very painful bite, but it won't kill you. But now, when I first caught it on camera, we were walking, I think it was in Northwood, if I'm not mistaken. And so we were clearing a path, and I almost stepped on the snake, and like I think my foot was mid-air, and I'm like, why is the movement there? And this thing is glittering. I turned and ran. Like, I think for a full on 100 meters, I ran. And Zorelda was the other side. It's just like, let me guess, a snake. I'm like, it was a mole snake. So I had to go and pull myself towards myself so that I could be able to take pictures. And I got over my fright and had a mental conversation with myself like, yo, this is fine, it won't do anything to you, just walk and be close enough for a picture, but don't disturb it. And I went back and I took a picture, and since then it's been those kind of things. So it's stories like that that I will try to narrate to you. I wanted to do this as a blog, but then that didn't come out proper because I feel like I'm saying a lot. And it's a nervous thing. And I do it again. I wanted to do this as a blog, but then there were problems with the internet, and then when that wasn't a problem anymore, I couldn't figure out a format to do it properly. And then when that was fixed, I wanted a proper website slash blog place where it wouldn't look just random. Like, I just designed a layout and put words there, and then there. I wanted it to feel personal, the way that my escapades, everyone on Facebook who's read my submissions on the BirdLife South Africa Facebook group will know that everything that I do, I call it escapade because it feels like one. So I wanted a spot where it could feel personal, because for me it is. And in that way, people get to feel or see the joy. Like I understand that people say, no, like we could read how you feel, but I always want even the person who has not been lucky enough to be exposed to what I've been exposed to get that joy. Like, mommy, my granny, mama, okay, mama, okay, ma, ewe mama, ewe mama, okay, ma, okay, mama. That's my granny. I'm sorry for the noise. I wanted to delete that, but yeah, let's keep it in here because my granny is a big. I feel like this intro is gonna be all over the place, but my granny is a very big part of everything that I do. Uh, I remember when I first, like one of the first posts that I did on Bed Life, South Africa's Facebook page. It was about her and me being chased by a chicken. And I'm scared of a mother hen. Like, yeah, I have a lot of chickens, but like, have you ever been bitten by a chicken? Let's start there before you laugh at me for being scared of them. Have you ever been chased by one when it's protecting its babies? My granny, we had this hen that had like 7 or 8 chicks, and I was home for, I think I was on leave from work or something, and so what happened was this rock kestrel. Um, it's a bird of prey for all those who don't know. It's a raptor. It flew in, and the chicks ran and hid under the grass because we hadn't cut our grass in a while, so they could hide in there. And so the chicks ran there, and the kestrel saw them, flew in and pounced on one. But now it couldn't take off, or it wasn't ready